Victoria Hernandez. In lane 7, Deanna Swedish. In lane 8, Julia Kamaid. In lane 9, Carissa Mueller. In lane 10, Nick Latora. And lane 11, Gina DeLucia. 1 minute, ladies. Mad at me. Jesus Christ. "30 seconds. "10 seconds. Stand by. Here we go. 3 clean and jerks, 9 heavy wall balls, 81 wall balls, and then back. 6 minutes time cap. Nice deadlift. Nice deadlift. So we already have a competitor on the wall balls. This is Casey Wells. Also Carissa Mueller. And they will be joined by Hannah Hardy, Victoria Hernandez, and Deanna Swedish. Racking up those 9 feet wall ball. Katie Price as well is right there. Michaela Norman. And she got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Latora got her first clean and jerk. Gina DeLucia is still looking to score her first rep. Michaela Norman now done with her barbell. There goes the belt. And here she comes for the heavy wall balls. Almost for Gina DeLucia. Good rep for Nick Latora. We're already at 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Which lady will be back on the barbell first? Casey Wells and Carissa Mueller were the first 2 competitors on the wall ball. Remember, and here goes Nick Latora. 9 repetitions of heavy wall balls. Let's watch those judges' hands going up in the air to see who's it gonna be to make their way back. inside the 6-minute time cap. She's up. Oh, almost. Give it up for Gina DeLucia, ladies and gentlemen. What an effort. But she still has 2 minutes to get her rep. And also, can I get a good round of applause for my friend Julia Camide there? She got injured on the last event, and she's still there supporting the other competitors on the floor. What a great spirit of sportsmanship. She could be enjoying a whiskey or a pint of Guinness or something, and nope, she's on the floor supporting the other competitors. Hand in the air for Casey Wells, still in the lead. Just a bunch of heavy wall balls to go. Nine reps of heavy wall balls. Before going back on that barbell, 60 seconds is all that remains. And what about that comeback from Michaela Norman? Wow. Michaela Norman and Hannah Hardy are your first two ladies right now in this heat. Come on, Gina, hit it. "30 seconds to go." Here we go, Ireland. "10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, time. Filthy 150, you guys are amazing. Give it up once again for Gina DeLucia and Julia Camide. And all those other ladies who gave their all weekend long. That is awesome right there. What a great work by Gina DeLucia. Carrying the injured athlete out of the floor.
Individual action wraps up here on day number 3, the final day of competition at the CrossFit Filthy 150 at the Punches Racecourse just outside of Dublin, Ireland. And Michaela Norman and the rest of the women from that first heat leaving the floor, as none of the participants in that opening heat able to finish this event. That's 6 minutes. That's an aggressive time cap here.
It is insane because none of these ladies were moving slow. They attacked the bar really, really fast. Some of the ladies even went unbroken through all the wall balls, but then getting back to the bar and also the buzzer.
Yeah, final event is entitled Squared and Rooted, and when you look at the rep scheme, you can understand why.
Well, you get to start out with the 3 clean and jerks, then on to 9 wall balls at 9 and 13 kilos, then 81 wall balls at 9 and 6 kilos, and then 9 wall balls once again with a heavier wall ball at 13 and 9 kilos, and then ending up with the 3 clean and jerks. Again, 80 kilos for the ladies and 120 for the men. Time cap, 6 minutes.
I was told there would be no math today, Mads.
I know. That's they do that to trick you, Sean, and I'm sorry about that.
I accept your apology. Thank you. The second of 3 heats getting set to kick off here. All the women in this heat are trying to finish strong. Javon Thompson taking the floor. We saw some athletes really struggle with that barbell in the opening heat.
So the ladies making their way onto the floor. Lane number 1, Maureen Kogel. Lane number 3, Ashley Shepard. Lane number 4, Ella Wilkinson. Lane number 5, Simona Silva. Lane number 6, Tommy DePriva. Lane number 7, Javon Thompson. Lane number 8, Samantha Pittridge. Lane number 9, Desiree Rogers. Lane number 10, Hillary Steele. Lane number 11, Michelle Bassinet.
Before we were just talking about the barbell, I mean, you really, if you have the ability to do that, you have got to push through that thing to get to those wall balls.
Absolutely. Considering some of the other athletes went unbroken and didn't have time, that's where you need to make up your time.
Just 3 clean and jerks to open this up, but at a very heavy weight, 80 kilos. And once again, in the first heat, none of the women were able to finish inside of that 6-minute time cap. You're going to have a really aggressive pace in order to have a chance of getting yourself across the finish line inside of that mark.
And you also have to remember that once they've cleaned and jerked the weight the first time, they're going to have to put it down and then move the barbell forward before the next one. So there's no touch and go here.
It's the final event of what has been a fantastic 3 days of competition for the individuals as well. Some great events that we've been able to watch here. Javon Thompson gets herself collected for the opening buzzer here of squared and rooted. We are underway. 3 clean and jerks at 80 kilos. It's about 175 pounds.
Lane number 11, I think that's Michelle Bassinet.
Michelle Bassinet is ripping through that barbell, having no trouble whatsoever. And she completes all 3 inside 30 seconds. And now she will move on for her opening 9 wall balls at 9 kilos, so 14 pounds for the women who are used to measuring their wall balls in pounds. Do 9 reps with that ball, and then she'll exchange it for the 6-kilo ball, and she'll do 81 reps. 99 total wall balls because there's a final set of 9 with that 9-kilo ball on the back of this.
And like we talked about before, now Michelle was very, very fast on the barbell, which was great. But she would virtually have to only break this up once, if at all, in order to be able to catch that that cap.
6 minutes is the time cap. We're approaching the 1-minute 30-second mark. 10 minutes to go before we hit that. Every athlete, except for one, in this opening heat is on the wall balls. The only woman not is Maureen Kogel. She is in lane number 2, and she has 1 clean and jerk left to go. She would be at the upper left-hand part of your screen, but she's walking back to the chalk bucket right now. That's Maureen. Actually had a good conversation with her boyfriend earlier today. And he said that this event was definitely going to come down to the barbell for her.
Yep.
Michelle Bassinet, though, on the bottom right of your screen, she was the first woman to the wall balls, and she is working through her set of 81, and now she's taking a break as we hit the 2-minute mark. 4 minutes to go before we hit the 6-minute time cap.
Loved how aggressive she was on that barbell. Popped it up overhead, followed the barbell down to the floor, and then rolled it forward, never letting go of it.
While none of these women can win this event or even earn that invite to the CrossFit Games, they can throw a little bit of a monkey wrench into the final heat with a really good time.
They really can. I mean, we've got Sarah Sigmundsdottir, we've got Christine Holte out in the lead, but behind them, it is a dogfight for that last ticket to get to go. We have Samantha Briggs, who said that she wasn't sure if she was going to compete in this particular event, but ahead of her, we have Andrea Solberg, currently sitting in 4th place. Emily Lundberg sitting in 6th place. It's going to be interesting to see how they do.
And these times that you put up in this heat could play into how all those scenarios ultimately unfold when that final heat is done. But right now it is Michelle Basnet, who is your leader in this heat, halfway through this event as we are barreling towards that 6-minute time cap. And Basnet and all the other athletes are just trying to get done with these 99 total wall balls.
I'm very curious to see if Michelle Basnet comes back to the barbell again, if she's going to be able to go just as fast and attack the barbell as fast as she did on the last ones on their way to the rig.
Let's look at Ashley Shepard and Ella Wilkinson. Now back to your leader, Michelle Basnet. She was the first woman to the wall balls. She completed her initial 3 clean and jerks in about 23 seconds, and now 2 minutes to go before we hit the time cap.
And it looks like there are a couple of judges here that I was mistaken. I thought there was, no, there is a judge with his hands in the air.
That's Simona Silva, who looks like she's taken the lead. And now she has 9 final wall balls to go as she switches out for the 9-kilo ball. So Michelle Basnet on the bottom right of your screen in the white top and blue pants just got hit with a no rep, but Simona Silva, she is in the pink shorts towards the upper left-hand part of your screen. Had the lead, but then in lane 6, Tommy DePrima is gearing up for her final 3 clean and jerks. And she will not be able to get out of the hole, and you can't blame her. She just did 99 wall balls. And now Michelle Basnet is done, as is Desiree Rogers. Basnet makes the clean, the jerk will count. 1 rep down, 2 to go.
45 seconds to go for these ladies. 2 more lifts.
That's Desiree Rogers. She will make her first lift. Basnet for her 2nd of 3 clean and jerks. And now 30 seconds to go before we hit the time cap. 1 to go for Basnet. She is your leader. Desiree Rogers and Tommy DePrima are fighting for 2nd. Basnet makes her 3rd lift, and she will get in 5:52 unofficially. Looks like she's going to be the only athlete so far to finish this event. 5 minutes, 52 seconds will be your time to beat as Michelle Basnet finishes strong here in the final event of her Filthy 150.
In heat number 2,
Desiree Rogers was 1 rep shy, as was Tommy DePrima.
It will be interesting to see the ladies in the upcoming heat what they can do with this. I think there are a couple of athletes here who can really take a shot at that.
Michelle Basnet all smiles as she saves possibly her best performance for last here. So far, the only woman to finish this event inside that 6-minute time cap. And we have 1 heat remaining for the women as we take a look back at Basnet's final lift.
Very solid indeed. And I mean, on the way out towards the rig, she had beautiful lifts. The first one she did on the way back, also beautiful. Second one, opted between a split jerk and push jerk. And the last one, well, there you see.
Judges and volunteers getting set for the final heat. And we certainly want to thank all the judges, all the volunteers, all the staff here at the Filthy 150 who worked so hard, not only over these past 3 days, but over the past several months, getting this event organized, getting it put on. Without them, this sanctioned event does not happen. Sarah Sigmund's daughter getting set to take the floor. And we want to thank all the volunteers, all the staff, and everybody who's working hard to put on the rest of the sanctioned events. We have 26 more to go after this, so a lot of people very busy right now.
Yes.
So thank you for all that you do to keep this sport going. Two things will be determined in this final heat. The first will be who's going to win the competition. The second will be who is going to receive the invite to the CrossFit Games. The two women vying for the competition overall victory, as you take a look at Sam Briggs, are Sarah Sigmundsdottir and Kristen Holta. They're separated by 18 points. Now, Sam Briggs is in contention for that invite to the CrossFit Games. Sarah Sigmundsdottir is in the driver's seat as far as the competition victory is concerned, but again, she has already locked up a spot at the CrossFit Games courtesy of her performance in the Open.
Exactly. So, I mean, there isn't really all that much stress on her. She can go out there, compete, have a great time, which it looks like she has had all along. I'm happy to see Sam Briggs here.
Here are the standings coming in. So it's 18 points separating Sigmundsdottir from Holta. Emma McQuaid, she's in third. She's already qualified. The woman in fourth place, Andrea Stolberg, right now she would receive the invite to the CrossFit Games, but the women in fifth and sixth are trying to chase her down. To make it simple here, if Stolberg finishes 10th or better, she is going to clinch that invite.
That's impressive for a girl who thought we wouldn't be talking to her on Sunday because first day was the day.
A lot can happen after day number one. That's why even though you might be on the outside looking in after those first couple of events, the leaderboard can certainly be shaken up after that.
There she is, Andrea Solberg.
576 total points, looking to get to the CrossFit Games and compete in Madison, Wisconsin for the first time in her career.
Here they are. I'm looking forward to see Kelsey Kiel.
Kelsey Kiel is certainly an athlete who can do a lot of damage, especially on the barbell. She is the woman in the pink shorts. Just put her hand in the air there. She should rip through those clean and jerks. We know all these women have the capacity to crank through those wall balls. Very likely this one comes down to a race on the leaderboard. The race for the top spot in the overall standings, that will be in lane 6 and lane 7 between Sarah Sigmundsdottir and Kristen Holta. Andrea Solberg will be in lane 4. We will be keeping a close eye on her. She will be keeping a close eye on Samantha Briggs. Emily Lundberg is on the other end of the floor in lane 9. Usually, you like to have the people you're chasing right next to you, so Solberg needs to be mindful about what's going on at the other end of the floor as she looks to hold off both Samantha Briggs and Emily Lundberg. Let's take a look once again at the event here. It is squared and rooted. You do some basic math with the rep scheme. You can figure out why it's called that, and there's just two movements. It's clean and jerk and some wall balls.
Exactly. They're going to start out with 3 clean and jerks at 80 kilos. Then after that, it's going to be 9 wall balls with a heavy wall ball, 9 kilos. Then 81 wall balls after that with a 6 kilo ball. Then on to 3 clean and jerks again at 80 kilos. And that's it. Just do it within 6 minutes. You'll be good to go.
Sarah Sigmundsdottir looking to win the second sanctioned event of her career. Last year, she dominated the strength and depth competition. She also finished third twice, third in Dubai at the Dubai CrossFit Championship and third at Wadapalooza. She was fantastic leading up to the games. Now the key for her is duplicate that performance when she gets to Madison.
Stand by. Here we go.
An invite to the CrossFit Games is on the line as we begin the final heat of the last event of the CrossFit Filthy 150, and everybody except for Sam Briggs has hit her opening clean and jerk, and Briggs has hit that.
Sarah Sigmundsdottir going out here faster to the bar or to the wall balls than anybody else. Kelsey Kiel, who we thought was going to be really fast, slightly behind.
Sarah Sigmundsdottir and Kiel, first two on the wall ball. Andrea Solberg She is on her final clean and jerk. She has that barbell up and over her head. She's on the left side of your screen, so she is done. So Solberg has to just stay close to Emily Lundberg in lane 9 at the other end of the floor. Same thing with Sam Briggs, and Briggs is now on her final clean and jerk. So Solberg is opening up a lead on the woman immediately behind her in the overall standings. 10th or better in this event clinches it for Solberg, and we are just 1 minute in, and every athlete except for Briggs on the clean and jerk. And good to see Briggs' foot hold up there. Remember, she injured that foot on the clean and jerk during the open, and there was a question as to whether or not she would even take the floor here.
Yeah, we weren't sure. We talked to her just after the last event, and she wasn't sure at that point. So, like you said, happy to see that she's doing good. Sara Sigmundsdottir on an absolute tear out there. It looks like she's really, really comfortable. Kelsey Kiel also making a great job on the wall balls. But the fight for the ticket to Madison, Emily Lundberg, Andrea Solberg.
Andrea Solberg is in the white top and long blue pants. She is just 23 years old. She's a medical student. And if you remember, she won the CrossFit Handstand Walk Challenge in May earlier this year. She did a 400-meter handstand walk in as few sets as possible. She did it in just 10 sets. 400-meter, Mads. When's the last time you walked 400 meters on your hands?
That's never happened. I did a burpee 400-meter once. Spent a lot of time on the floor before I got up between every rep.
5:52 is the top time by Michelle Basnet in the prior heat. She's the only woman to finish this event as Solberg continues to work on her wall balls. She is ahead of Sam Briggs, but Emily Lundberg down in lane 9. Lundberg is at the bottom right of your screen. She's taking a break right now. She got to the wall balls ahead of Solberg.
But she hasn't looked like she's been as fast on the wall ball as as Solberg. She's taking more breaks as well, gotten a bunch of no reps.
Solberg now, Carmen Lundberg, that was on the left of your screen, and now that's Sarah Sigmundsdottir, who is down to her final few reps, and judge's hand is in the air. Kristen Holte is next to her. Holte 18 points back for the top spot in the overall leaderboard. Sigmundsdottir now with her final 9 as she picks up the 9-kilo ball. And she is almost done. Sigmundsdottir, middle of your screen, looking to win her second sanctioned event of her career. And now she's onto the barbell. Sarah Sigmundsdottir at the 3.5-minute mark, 3 clean and jerks to go.
And that barbell is not going to be a problem. Here's Kelsey Kiel, top of your screen
as well. Sigmundsdottir unable to get that first rep. Kelsey Kiel's back on the barbell. She mauls that rep. 2 to go for Kiel. Sigmundsdottir has things sorted. She has 2 reps to go. Second rep for Kiel. No problem as well for her. So final rep for Kelsey Kiel as she looks to win the event. Sigmundsdottir hits her second. Sigmundsdottir is going to wrap up the top spot on the overall leaderboard because Kristen Holte is still on her wall balls. Kiel hits her final rep. Kiel's going to win the event, lock up 100 points. Sigmundsdottir is going to win the competition as she completes her 3 clean and jerks. Now the question is, can Solberg hold off Lundberg? The 2 of them are still on their wall balls.
And Stephanie Chung is finishing up her last clean and jerks.
So Stephanie Chung has 1 rep to go. She, at one point, held that coveted invite to the games. In the past couple of events, she has fallen down the leaderboard. And now Emily Lundberg is done as Chung locks that out. So Lundberg and Solberg are at the barbell at the same time. Solberg belting up. Kristen Holte advances her barbell. She and Lundberg on the barbell at the same time. Lundberg hits her first rep. Solberg will hit hers. Lundberg at the bottom of your screen. Solberg is in the white and long blue pants at the top. Sam Briggs now is back on the barbell, and Briggs at the top of your screen has pulled ahead of Solberg. A race to the finish for Holta and McQuaid. Bloomberg getting set for her final rep in the long black pants closest to the camera. Solberg rolling her barbell up. Bloomberg is in.
Briggs is in.
And in lane number 12, Emily Lepinen has just come in. This is a big rep for Solberg. 15 seconds to go before we hit the time cap. Solberg will hit it. She will get in, and it looks like Emily Solberg is heading to the CrossFit Games.
Once that dawns on her, I want to be there and see that facial expression.
I'm so excited to call her Emily. Andrea Solberg looks like she is going to the CrossFit Games as she embraces Kristen Holta, but Solberg may have done all she needed to do right there. She did get inside the time cap, so that's the first thing. The question is, did 11 other women get there? And did she beat Lundberg by enough?
Wow.
So Solberg unofficially right now is going to finish in 9th in the event. She needed 10th or better to clinch. So Andrea Solberg, for the first time in her young career, looks like she's heading to Madison, Wisconsin.
That is insane. I cannot wrap my head around that.
Samantha Briggs took the floor. Didn't know if she was going to be able to compete, but she did. A great effort for her. A fantastic effort all weekend long for this woman, Sarah Sigmundsdottir. Sarah, you win the entire competition. I know you came here, just looking to see where you stand as you progress in the rest of the season. After winning, where do you stand now as you head into the rest of the season?
Like, I thought the line was here where I was, and I'm here. So that's pretty good. Now it's just a kick in the butt for Dubai.
So you're gonna do Dubai. Are there any other sanctional events that you have planned to do already? I mean, your game's ready as it is. I'm just wondering, what does your season look like?
No, nothing. There's a lot left in the tank, So I'm gonna compete at Rogue and then the games. So that's the plan. Dubai, Rogue, games. And then maybe add something there in between just to have fun, right?
What are you thinking about adding potentially?
Maybe strength and depth.
Nice.
And then I think maybe one team competition. I've always wanted to try a team, so.
That would be a lot of fun. We'd certainly love to see that.
Yeah.
You always learn something when you compete on a stage like this.
Yeah.
What do you take away from this competition as far as what you need to work on now moving forward?
Just enjoy it, have fun. Then it's just everything goes well if you're having fun and if you're enjoying it. Like the passion just comes back, and don't put that much pressure on you. That's how I function, at least.
You've talked a lot about your mental game and how you improve that.
Yeah.
How have you been working on that now the past couple of months?
Just trying to believe in myself a little bit more, and slowly proving it to myself that I can.
Well, Sarah, I think you've certainly proved a lot to a lot of people over these past 3 days. Congratulations on the competition victory, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Sarah Sigmundsdottir, she wins the race for the top of the podium. Andrea Solberg will win the race to Madison, Wisconsin. She is heading to the CrossFit Games after a fantastic performance. Andrea, how does CrossFit Games athlete sound to you right now?
Wow, it's unreal. I didn't have it as a goal. I thought it was just going to be a bonus. Well, nothing is confirmed yet, but I think it went well today, and I had fun. Yesterday was not so much fun, and today I just wanted to try and have fun, so it was.
You talked to Arm & Hammer after the first day, and you said, you're not going to want to talk to me on Sunday because this is my day. The rest is not going to go my way. How does that feel right now?
Well, it feels kind of special. I don't know what to say yet, but Friday was a really good day. I really liked the workouts, and today was also really fun, even though I had some challenging workouts out for me. So I guess I need to believe more in myself and just do what I can.
I think it sounds like a good idea to believe a little bit more in yourself, but I'm just wondering, what events were you thinking these are never going to go my way that then went your way?
The second one today, with the sandbag, I was really worried about that one, and I just followed my plan and did as hard as I could. Didn't worry about the others, and then I feel I pushed to my potential. So I was really happy with that one.
Andrea, what did you learn about yourself over these past 3 days?
I learned a lot. I don't know what to say yet, but it's been a special weekend for me, and I learned what I need to practice more on. I thought I knew every part of my weaknesses, but I definitely got more, so just need to work more on them.
Well, Andrea, listen, congratulations.
Thank you so
Fantastic
much.
performance. Best of luck now in Madison, Wisconsin.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
CrossFit Games athlete Andrea Solberg needed a 10th or better finish to clinch a spot. She takes 9th, and she needs to start booking some travel plans. And this is how close it was there at the end. As you see Lundberg coming in there in the long black pants, and then Lepperton got in as well. And then at the top of your screen, pressure was on Solberg here, and she handled it.
Oh, definitely. She did, and she did so well. I'm just surprised to see an athlete that young that came to learn how to compete being this composed even on the last day.
She had 15 seconds in which to get inside the time cap. She hits her final lift, and she gets across the finish line for a 9th place finish, and that earns her a ticket to Madison, Wisconsin, and the 2020 Reebok CrossFit Games. We know what team is heading to Madison. We know what individual female is heading to Madison, and soon we're going to know what male athlete is heading to Madison, Wisconsin. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back with full coverage the final 2 heats of the men's competition here at the CrossFit Filthy 150. Stay with us, everybody.
Athletes, 1 minute. Seconds. Ten seconds. Stand by. And we are underway. A whopping 120 kilos locked and loaded for 3 quick clean and jerks before heading to the wall balls. 1 down, make it 2 down in lane number 6 for Michael Smith. Stepping up for rep number 3, he's going to be leading the way to the wall balls as he will stand it up. Michael Smith and Bartek Lipka, your leaders. Next, heading over, lane number 4, Tyler Lloyd picking up the wall ball, getting to work. So they're going to be our 1, 2, and 3 in the center of the ring. Switching out the heavy ball now for the light one. And light is a relative term in this one. Maybe for us mere mortals. But for your elite men, using a standard ball. As now 6 of our gentlemen onto the wall balls. Ty is going to join the rest of the pack now on the wall balls. As 81 is the number they're shooting for at the 90-second mark. Bartek Lipka, 20 reps in. 21 reps in for Michael Smith. 21 in for Brendan Caslin. So it looks like the lead will be held by Michael Smith and Bartek Lipka, your 1 and 2. As we're now 2:25 in, nearing the midway point of the time cap. Keep in mind, folks, it has been a long weekend for each and every one of these gentlemen out on the competition floor. Starting off this morning with a nice little bike ride, a 4K bike, 1K run. Then moving on to the 4 rounds for time. Some cow bike on the assault. Combine that with Totem Bar and D-Ball. Add that volume with the first 2 days of competition. And you've got some guys that are probably feeling pretty beat up, but they're looking to finish it up anyway, anyhow. They are warriors through and through, as we're now 3 minutes and 10 seconds in. 49, this will be rep number 50 for Michael Smith. 50 reps in for Bartek Lipka as well. Let's see Brendan Caslin in the maroon shirt, gray pants. 55 reps in, so he's nipping at the heels of Bartek and Michael. They've got to be virtually tied up as we hit the 340 mark. Bartek and Michael both taking a rest, almost in sync. And Michael's ball getting away from him. Got to pull it back now. Remember, still have another 9 heavy wall balls before making it back to the barbell. Tom Watson, 61 reps in. $4:15 in, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's way too quiet out there. This is the final event for these guys. Come on now. 71 reps in for Michael Smith, but it will be none other than Caslin with just a few reps remaining before getting back to that heavy ball. And he's breaking out the 30-pounder now. 9 reps with 1:20 to go, but does he have time to hit all 3 clean and jerks? We will see soon enough as Caslin looking around at the rest of the field. Michael Smith now on the heavy ball. 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go, Caslin. With, count 'em, 5-0, 50 seconds to go. Ladies and gentlemen, they need you now more than ever. Let's go. 40 seconds. Caslin. All by himself. Here comes Michael Smith. 30 seconds. Caslin, the first clean. Does a little dance, but he and Michael Smith hit their first rep, 20 seconds. Will they hit number 2? We're down to our last 10 seconds. Michael Smith in position. 5, 3, 2, 1, time. And ladies and gentlemen, taking the heat is the hometown kid. Make some noise for Michael Smith. 2 clean and jerks will be the score to beat. You know what that means? Heat number 2 coming out on the competition floor in just a moment.
One heat down, 2 to go here as the men close out the competition at the Filthy 150 just outside of Dublin, Ireland at the Plunges Racecourse. Sean Woodland alongside the mayor of European CrossFit, Matt Jacobson. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We are down to the final 2 heats, and very soon we will know who will be heading to the CrossFit Games with an invite from the Filthy 150.
I am excited. I am super pumped up. We talked a little bit earlier about Justin Medeiros, Roman Krenikov, and Cedric Laporte, and the fight that they have. And it's time to put it out there. Justin Medeiros has put himself in a great position to be able to punch that ticket. But Roman Krenikov's been non-stop today.
The athletes in this second of 3 heats, they are not in contention for the invite to the CrossFit Games. But as we mentioned with the women, this is such a fast event that the times that they put up here could be a factor in that final heat. Same rep scheme that we saw with the women, 3.981, 9.3, and the same 2 movements. But now the weight goes up for the men, not only on the wall ball, but also on that clean and jerk.
Exactly. We're up to 120 kilos on the clean and jerk, 13 kilos on the heavy wall balls, and 9 on the lighter wall balls. And this is, I'm just thinking there could be a monkey wrench just casually strolling onto the field right now, throwing everything under the bus, and we're left with, wow, where did it come from?
Yeah, if you're a guy who can move a heavy barbell quickly, you're going to fare very well in this event. Nobody finished it in the first heat. Michael Smith was the closest. He was 1 rep shy, getting himself across the finish line. That 120-kilo barbell is what awaits the athletes first. It's about 265 pounds. It's a burly lift, as Drew Wayman in the black shirt and the rest of the men here in this second heat. Only 1 man in this heat has already qualified for the CrossFit Games. That is Jean-Simon Lemaire, who unofficially was 8th place in the Worldwide Open before some of the penalties that were just handed out. But he is safe and sound. Everybody else here is going to have to find another route to Madison.
And you know, they're probably going to use this. I mean, they know that they're not going to the games right now with the points that they've racked up. But they're going to use this to just the same way that Andrea Solberg talked about on the female side of the house. Go back, analyze my weaknesses, make sure I come back. It's a long season.
Only 10 athletes in this second heat, as lanes 1 and 12 will be open. But Jean-Simon Lemaire, who has already qualified for the CrossFit Games, courtesy of his performance in the Open, he will be in the middle of the floor in lane number 7. And he's a guy who could be a factor when this thing is all said and done as far as his time that he puts up in this heat.
Definitely. I mean, the reason why we've got him in the second heat is that he's had a couple of workouts, among others the rope climb run event, where he didn't finish up the way he wanted to. He really struggled with that one, and that has put him in this place, because else than that, he's been doing a great job.
30 seconds.
Jean-Simon Lemaire, pressure is off of him basically for the rest of the year, as he gets to go to these sanctioned events to compete, figure out where he needs to improve and get himself set for Madison, Wisconsin. He was 85th in his first appearance at the CrossFit Games last August. Can anybody finish this event inside the 6-minute time cap? Didn't happen in the first heat. Michael Smith got the closest, just 1 rep shy of the finish line. And the first rep on the clean and jerk is down for all the men. And very fast pacer through these initial 3 reps. Mike Wagner and Devin O'Neill. Wagner with no shirt, Devin O'Neill in the red and blue shorts are done, and they're onto the wall balls. They'll do 9 with the 13-kilo ball, 81 with the 9-kilo ball, and then another 9 with the 13-kilo ball. So basically 30 pounds and 20 pounds.
And Sean Lemaire was right up there with them, with these 2 gentlemen right here, O'Neill on your left and Wagner on your right, as they made it onto the to the wall balls. Lemaire, just a little bit further down the rig, was right side by side with them.
We saw Devin O'Neill last year at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge. He finished 11th overall. And Mike Wagner competed last year at the Dubai CrossFit Championship, where he finished 26th. He's also been to the regionals. He was 36th at the Central Regional back in 2018. As you take a look at Jean-Simon Lemaire. 99 wall balls. And you can't take a lot of breaks.
No, there's no time for breathers whatsoever. We've seen a lot of different strategies, but the strategy really seems to be go out, give it everything you've got, and don't let go until either the buzzer or you're done.
Mike Wagner taking a look at the clock. Looks like he's timing his rest precisely on each set. That's Drew Wayman. He is on the right of your screen.
And I'm not sure how I feel about timing that rest, because there really hasn't been, at least for anybody else up until this point, time to do so.
Jake Berman was the man who was next to Drew Wayman. As Mike Wagner and Devin O'Neill continue to work through their 99 total wall balls. Neither one of them had any trouble with that 120 kilo barbell, 265 pounds on that thing. And if they can give themselves ample time to get back to that barbell, good chance they can finish here.
I may have to just eat my words here in a second when Mike Wagner just crushes the rest of this workout and go, you know, everybody should time it the way he did.
Wagner stepping back, shaking out his arms, takes a look at the clock, which is immediately to his right. He's got a great view of it. This is the bottom right of your screen. Devin O'Neill, meanwhile, was one of the other two men who got to the wall balls first. He is continuing to work through now his set of 81. He's using that 9 kilo, 20-pound ball.
And I love what I saw, what he just did here, Devin O'Neill. As soon as the ball dropped to the floor and it stopped bouncing, he picked it right up again. That was his timing for the rest.
Drew Wayman on the right, Jake Berman on the left. We saw Jake Berman competed a couple sanctioned events last year. He was at the Lowlands Throwdown where he finished 9th. Also at the Rogue Invitational where he finished 15th.
From the Army Ultimate.
He is on the United States Army fitness team along with one Chandler Smith.
Oh, I heard about him before. He's kind of a big deal.
More than halfway through the allotted time in this workout as we approach the 3.5 minute mark, 6-minute time cap. And the athletes are all continuing to chip away at those 99 total wall balls. And no rep for Mike Wagner as he did not hit depth. Now on the bottom right of your screen, Devin O'Neill in the blue and red shorts. He and Wagner, the first two men of the wall balls. Jean-Simon Wallamer just looking to finish strong here, as once again he already has his spot at the CrossFit Games locked up.
And he just looks like he just switched back to the heavy wall ball. So he's got 9 left before he's allowed back onto the barbell, and with plenty of time, I might add.
Judge's hand in the air for Devin O'Neill, hand in the air for Jean-Simon Wallamer. Inside 2 minutes to go before we hit the time cap. So it looks like Devin O'Neill, he's going to have plenty of time to get to work on that barbell as he has 9 reps to go, now switching over to the 13 kilo ball. He got no rep on his first attempt. And now Wagner at the bottom right of your screen, he just got no rep on his first attempt on the 13 kilo ball. Jean-Simon Wallamer is done, 3 reps remain.
And Jake Berman as well, also finished with his wall balls.
Jake Berman was in that white headband. He was taking a look at where Lemaire was. Now Lemaire will hit that first lift at 120 kilos, gets a signal from his judge, smartly checking with his judge before he put that barbell down. And here's Jake Berman, first attempt.
Oh.
Berman will hit that. Devin O'Neill also made his first lift. He's at the bottom of your screen. Second attempt for Jean-Simon Wallamer in the middle. 2 down for him. O'Neill, no problem with the clean. 2 down for him as well. And Berman working his way out of the hole at the top of your screen. He's on his second rep, and he will hit the jerk. 1 to go for Devin O'Neill and Jean-Simon Wallamer. O'Neill with the power clean, and it looks like that's going to be the difference as Devin O'Neill takes heat number 2, 5:30 unofficially. Jean-Simon Wallamer is in second place, and now Mike Wagner has about 20 seconds in which to complete his final repetition. Wagner wasting no trouble. He does get it stabilized. Justice says he's good, and he is in. Jake Berman's in.
Ryan Wong putting the finishing touches on this as well.
Wong would love to get in inside that time cap, and he is just going to squeak by.
Such a great little shuffle there by Brian Wong.
But Devin O'Neill with the top time right now as he beats that man, John Samal Waldemar, across the finish line. Lemaire had to go to the squat clean. Devin O'Neill just power cleaned 120 kilos and threw it over his head with no problem.
None whatsoever.
5:31 for Devin O'Neill. Solid finish for him as he congratulates the man who finished in second place, John Samal Waldemar. And we are now down to the final heat, the last heat of the entire competition here at the CrossFit Filthy 150 as Devin O'Neill leaves the competition floor here in Ireland for the final time.
And he's got to be really happy with that. I mean, being able to power clean it the way he did after he was done and then just throwing it overhead immediately, that is impressive.
And John Samal Waldemar with a souvenir for the fans.
Oh, hope that's a fan he knows. That was a sweaty t-shirt. There he is. Happy camper, moving on, training, getting ready for the games. It's good to go.
Playing with house money right now as he's already headed to Madison, and now it's just all about competing, getting better, and getting set for the test that he will face when he arrives at the Alliant Energy Center for the 2020 Reebok CrossFit Games. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now for this final heat. Justin Medeiros is in line to win the competition and receive the invite for the CrossFit Games. If he finishes 19th or better, he's going to lock up the invite. If he finishes 12th or better, he wins the entire competition. Roman Krennikov is 50 points back of him. Now, Cedric Lapointe is the closest man to Medeiros as far as the invite to the CrossFit Games is concerned. Now, remember, Lapointe, he was in, then he was out, then he was in. Now he's back out due to a minor penalty that he was incurred in 20.4. But he's right on the cut line, so he's relatively safe. But still, you know, certain is better than maybe.
It definitely is, but I mean, the way that Justin Medeiros has gone out there and gone about his business all weekend long, I cannot imagine, not saying it's impossible because these things have happened, but going out there, and I can't imagine he would not run away with the ticket to the games now.
There is Justin Medeiros, who is one event away from heading to the CrossFit Games. And last year, he was so close. One spot out at the Granite Games. He finished 4th there and just missed receiving the invite to the CrossFit Games. And Medeiros is in the driver's seat right now, just needs to avoid a disaster. Roman Krennikov can take the top spot from him, but Krennikov would basically have to win the event and hope that Medeiros finishes 13th or worse. So Medeiros is going to be working out of lane number 6. Krennikov will be in lane 10. So he will be keeping an eye on both Krennikov and the man in lane number 3, Cedric Lapointe.
He will. We have seen Krennikov not being super fast with the heavy barbell. It's not that he's not efficient, he's just not as fast with the barbell, and that makes a huge difference in an event like this. Just remember, I'm just throwing it in there just because we need to remember, we have this guy, you may have heard of him before, his name is Dan Bailey, also known as Trapezosaurus Bailey. He is quite capable of moving a heavy barbell, and sprinting is right in his wheelhouse.
Good to see Dan Bailey back out on the competition floor. He's dealt with a shoulder issue. He's coming off surgery on his quadriceps muscle, set a post-surgery PR in event number 3, the 1-rep max snatch, when he lifted 265 pounds, about the same weight he's getting ready to clean right now, so 120 kilos. And Bailey is a guy who came here looking to find out where he stands. And I think overall he's going to be pretty happy with his performance. If Justin Medeiros can hold off that man, Medeiros is going to be extremely happy with his performance.
And Roman Krennikov is probably extremely happy altogether. We just never know because you can't tell.
And Krennikov has also already earned a spot at the CrossFit Games. Can Justin Medeiros finish the job? Final heat of the very last event here of the CrossFit Filthy 150. Medeiros is through his first rep, and he rips through his second. One to go before he gets to the wall balls. Tim Paulson, he is in the lead. He is at the top of your screen in those army green shorts. He is done with 3 reps, and he will get to work on the wall balls. Medeiros is done, and he will be the second man to pick up the wall ball. Lucas Eschlinger at the bottom of your screen in the black. He is there as well. 9 reps at 13 kilos shouldn't be a problem. That's 30 pounds. And then 81 reps with the 9 kilo ball, the one that most people are used to working with, and then it's back to the 13 kilo ball and then 3 more clean and jerks. 5:31 by Devin O'Neill. That is the time to beat.
I would not be surprised to see Roman Krenikov go unbroken for the 81.
Roman Krenikov has been lights out so far, in this competition. He took an 8th of 50. He took an 8th of 15th and then a 20th. Since then, he has 4 wins in the last 5 events.
Once he got back under the roof, he was good.
I would love to see him be able to get himself physically to Madison, Wisconsin.
Yes.
We have wanted to see him compete against the best in the world as Dan Bailey works away on his wall balls. But Krenikov has had some visa issues the past couple of years that have kept him out of Madison, Wisconsin. And I know he is already working on clearing those up now. I really want to see that guy compete on that stage.
I could not agree with you more. I would love to see him get to throw down. I mean, I know it's his stream. I know it's what keeps him training, keeps him motivated as well, being able to compete against the best there is. So I'm happy to see that now he knows already that if he gets that visa, then he's all good to go.
Approaching the 2-minute mark, 6-minute time cap, 99 wall balls need to be completed, and Justin Medeiros right now is exactly where he needs to be. 19th or better in this event. He clinches the invite to the CrossFit Games. 12th or better in this event. Not only does he get an invite, he gets to call himself the CrossFit Filthy 150 champion. Medeiros on the right of your screen, Tim Paulson on the left. Tim Paulson, another man in this heat, already qualified for the CrossFit Games.
And Roman Krenikov still just working like clockwork.
Krenikov is in that light blue shirt in the middle of your screen. And then a few lanes down from him is the man he's trying to knock out of the top spot on the overall leaderboard. But Krenikov, just a frantic pacer on these wall balls, has yet to put it down. Krenikov looking for his 5th event win of this competition. Now, the first break we've seen from Krenikov.
I'm wondering if that was a break or a change to the other ball. That was a break.
That would be extremely impressive if it were.
Oh, that's a break, because it's still the gray and black ball is the light ball, the black ball is the heavier ball. So
halfway through the allotted time, 6-minute time cap. Justin Medeiros on the upper left-hand part of your screen. He's in the black shorts, the black knee sleeves, no shirt. Now in the middle of your screen. Comes in with the overall lead. And once again, this kid, the heartbreak from last year, just being 1 spot away to get himself in the CrossFit Games. About 21 years old and looking to make it to Madison for the first time in his career.
Speaks volumes of the place he works out at, the coaches he hangs out with, and the friends he's got around him as well. It's easy to just dig yourself into a hole after an experience like that and go, you know what, it's never going to happen. Instead, he comes back better than ever.
Roman Krenikov continuing to work on his wall balls. Medeiros is out of CrossFit Fort Vancouver, and if you followed this sport for a while, you know they have a storied history, especially on the team side of things. Adam Knifer, one of the coaches there, he was the Invitational coach the last time we had the Invitational a couple of years ago. Is Tim Paulson chalking up, looking to win this event. Roman Krenikov is moving to the barbell, as is Sean Sweeney. Paulson looking to track down Devin O'Neill's top time of 5 minutes, 31 seconds. Paulson won the opening event of the competition. Roman Krenikov is down by a rep as Paulson hits the clean on his second. And Justin Medeiros, meanwhile, on the right of your screen, he is getting to the barbell. Krenikov hits that, takes a look to see where Paulson is. Paulson's in the lead. Medeiros is in third. He's on the upper right-hand portion of your screen and just hit his first rep. Jerk is good for Paulson. Jerk good for Krenikov. Race to the finish. Oh, we'll have to see the official time. Tim Paulson instinctively stuck his leg out to try to get the finish. We don't have chip timing here. This could come down to a photo finish. Tim Paulson pointing down to Roman Krenikov. Justin Medeiros, meanwhile, is looking to lock up a third-place finish, a competition win, and a ticket to the CrossFit Games. Justin Medeiros is on his way to Madison.
Wow.
Lucas Esslinger is in. Justin Medeiros needed to finish 12th or better unofficially. He's going to finish third in this event. Sean Sweeney looking to get inside the time cap. Sweeney is in. Final seconds of the CrossFit Filthy 150. And that'll do it as Justin Medeiros finishes the job and earns the invite unofficially to the CrossFit Games.
Here I am saying that Krenikov isn't as efficient with the barbell. Then he goes and power cleans it, jerks it, and then power jerks it overhead as well. Just this push jerk-ish kind of thing, while everybody else is split jerking it.
And once again, just showing why we really want to see that guy at the CrossFit Games. We are certainly going to see that man at the CrossFit Games as Justin Medeiros, who so close last year, basically came down to the final event at the Granite Games. He had the spot and then he lost it. He missed it by one. First try this year, he gets it. One more look at how close this was. Krenikov at the bottom, Paulson at the top. I think Krenikov may have gotten there first. That is super